I'm happy to see you all safe and healthy. We will do a warm-up exercise. Okay, children? Okay. Shall we do now? Yes. All of you show your palms like this. Okay. Let's do finger exercise clockwise and anti-clockwise 2 times. Okay, children? Okay. See. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Life is all around us. All the plants and animals are living things. The main principle of the life are growth and movement. The movement in animals are fast and can be observed easily, but the movement in plants are slow and observed with difficulty. Animals can move from one place to another, or they can move their body parts. The plants can only move parts of their body such as leaves, roots and shoots. All the living organisms need energy to perform various life processes. They get this energy from food. Food is a kind of fuel which provides energy to all the living organisms. We are getting the food from plants and animals. Today we are going to learn the topic life processes. Today we are going to learn the chapter 1 life processes class 10. In this lesson, we will learn about basic life processes. As we all know that living organisms are made up of many organs like lungs, heart, kidney, liver, etc. All these organs made up of different kinds of tissues to perform different functions like digestion, respiration, excretion, etc. Now let's see the topics covered in this chapter are introduction of life processes, types of life processes, nutrition, mode of nutrition, autotrophic mode of nutrition, heterotrophic mode of nutrition and types of heterotrophic nutrition. Now let us see about definition of life processes. The basic functions performed by living organisms to maintain their life on this earth are called life processes. Example: nutrition, respiration, excretion, reproduction, growth, movement, etc. Next we are going to see about basic life processes and its function. First one, nutrition. What is function? Taking of food inside the body and converting it into smaller molecules which can be absorbed by the body. So what we are taking inside the food, it will convert into the smaller molecules and which can be absorbed by the body for our basic needs. Next is respiration. The process which releases energy from the food. Next, respiration. The process which releases energy from the food absorbed by the body. Excretion. The process in which the water materials produced in the cells of the body are removed from the body. Transportation. The process in which a substance absorbed or made in one part of the body is moved to another parts of the body is called transportation. Next, control and coordination. It is a process which helps a living organism to survive in the changing environment around them. Next, growth. The process involves the changes from a smaller organism to big organism. Next one is movement. The organism either moves from one place to another or moves its body parts. Next one is reproduction. The process involves making of more organisms from the existing one. Like that, all the living organisms need energy to perform various life processes. They get this energy from food. Food is a kind of fuel which provides energy to all the living organisms. Okay children, understood? Now we are going to see about nutrition. What is nutrition? The process by which an organism takes food and utilizes it is called nutrition. What is nutrition children? The process by which an organism takes food and utilizes it is called nutrition. Okay, now we are going to see about need for nutrition. Why we need nutrition? Organism need the energy to perform various activities. The energy is supplied by the nutrients. For example, walking, running, etc. Organism need various raw materials for growth and repair. These raw materials are provided by nutrients. Okay. Now, what is mean by nutrients? A nutrient can be defined as materials which provide nutrition to organisms are called nutrients. What is nutrients? Materials which provide nutrition to organisms are called nutrients. For example, carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Now, from where we are getting these nutrients? By the plants and animals. Yes, good. Now we have nutrition in two types. One is nutrition in plants, another one is nutrition in animals. Now we are going to discuss about modes of nutrition. The methods of obtaining food are called modes of nutrition. What is modes of nutrition children? The methods of obtaining food are called modes of nutrition. On the basis of their modes of nutrition, all the organisms can be divided into two main groups. One is autotrophs or autotrophic nutrition. Second one is heterotrophs or heterotrophic nutrition. We will now describe both these modes of nutrition of organisms in detail one by one. Okay children? Next we are going to see about autotrophic nutrition. Okay, what is mean by auto? Auto means self. Trophy means nutrients. So autotrophic means what? Self nutrition. So those organisms are preparing their food by own. Okay children? See, this autotrophic nutrition is that mode of nutrition in which an organism makes its own food from the simple inorganic materials like carbon dioxide and water present in the surrounding with the help of sunlight energy. Those organisms which can make their own food from carbon dioxide, water, sunlight are called autotrophs. Example, green plants. Okay, these autotrophs makes their own food by the process called photosynthesis. Now we are going to see about photosynthesis, food making process in plants. Green plants are autotrophic and synthesize their own food by the process of photosynthesis. During this process, the solar energy is converted into chemical energy and carbohydrates are formed. Photo means light. Synthesis, to combine or putting together. The plants are preparing their own food with the help of water, carbon dioxide, sunlight and chlorophyll, making their food own. That by the process of photosynthesis. So the plants are called autotroph. Now, the whole process of photosynthesis can be shown by the following equation. 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and 6 molecules of water. With the help of sunlight and chlorophyll, we are getting carbohydrate C6H12O6 plus oxygen. Now we are going to see about raw materials for photosynthesis. So these are the raw materials used for photosynthesis. First one is sunlight. It is the ultimate source of energy. It is an important component to manufacture food. Is absorbed by the chlorophyll and other green parts of the plants. Okay children. Next we are going to see about carbon dioxide. CO2. It enters through stomata and oxygen is released as a byproduct through stomata on the leaf. Okay. Next we have a chlorophyll. Okay. This chlorophyll is a site of photosynthesis. This chlorophyll is a site of photosynthesis. It present inside the leaf portion. And the plants possess pigments molecule for absorption of light energy. There are 3 types of photosynthesis pigments we have. Okay, so one is green color pigment called chloroplast, another is orange color pigments are called carotenes, and yellow color pigments are called as xanthophylls. Okay children, next chlorophyll is called primary photosynthetic pigment as this takes part in conversion of light energy into chemical energy. Okay, and in the chlorophyll, chloroplast present. Okay, the photosynthetic pigments occur in green colored cell organelles called chloroplast. Okay, so in the cell we have chloroplast. So the chloroplasts are also the site of photosynthesis. Chloroplasts are the site of photosynthesis. In a cross section of a leaf, this is a cross section of a leaf. Okay, in the cross section of a leaf, chloroplasts are found as green dots in the palisade and spongy mesophyll. See, this is a palisade mesophyll. This is a spongy mesophyll. So in this portion only chloroplasts present. This epidermis is devoid of chloroplasts except for guard cells or stomata. See, this is a structure of leaf. See, this is upper epidermis, lower epidermis. Here stomata present with guard cells. Okay, and the palisade and spongy mesophylls inside we have a chloroplast. It looks like green in color. So only plants are look like green in color. Okay children. Water and minerals. Water and minerals are absorbed from the soil by the plant roots. Example, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, etc. Okay. Now, how do raw materials for photosynthesis become available to the plant? Okay. Now, water comes from the soil through the xylem tissue in roots and stems. Okay, children? Okay, so about the xylem tissue last year we learned very detailedly in the tissue chapter. Okay. Now we have 3 types of xylem tissues. What are the 3 types of xylem tissue? Xylem vessel, xylem trachea, xylem parenchyma. Okay. So the water comes from the soil through the xylem tissue in roots and stems. Next, through stomata. Carbon dioxide comes in the leaves through stomata. Next, we are going to see about structure of stomata. So, structure of stomata. It is present inside the leaves. Okay, children? Okay. Actually, there are a larger number of tiny pores called stomata on the surface of leaves of plants. Okay. The openings and closing of stomata pores in the leaves is controlled by the guard cells. See, 2 pin shape guard cells. These are the guard cells. Okay. The carbon dioxide gas present in air enters the leaves of a plant through the stomatal pores present on their surface and utilized in photosynthesis. Okay, children. Next, the oxygen gas produced in the leaves during photosynthesis goes out into air through the same The stomatal course of leaves open only when carbon dioxide is to be taken in or oxygen is to be released, otherwise they remain closed. Okay children, so we can call that closed stomata and open stomata. Next, what are the functions of stomata? What are the functions? One is exchange of gases, carbon dioxide and oxygen, and second one is losses a large amount of water or water vapor during transpiration. Okay children. Next we are going to see about significance of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the main way through which solar energy is made available for different living beings. Green plants are the main producers of food in the ecosystem. All other organisms directly or indirectly depend on green plants for food. The process of photosynthesis also helps in maintaining the balance of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the air. Okay children. Next we are going to see about main events of photosynthesis. What are the main events of photosynthesis? First one, absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. Absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. Next one, conversion of light energy into chemical energy and splitting of water into hydrogen plus oxygen. And next one is reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrates. Oxygen is the byproduct of photosynthesis. These are the main events of photosynthesis. Now we are going to see about heterotrophic nutrition. Hetero means others, trophic means nourishment. Heterotrophic nutrition is a type of nutrition in which organisms depend upon other organisms for food to survive. Example, all animals, fungi, etc. Types of heterotrophic nutrition. We have three types of heterotrophic nutrition. They are saprophytic nutrition, parasitic nutrition, holozoic nutrition. Next we are going to see about saprophytic nutrition or saprotroph. Sapro means rotten, phyte means plant. Nutrition is got from organic remains like dead organisms, fallen leaves, broken twigs, etc. For example, mushrooms, morels, bread molds, yeast, etc. We are going to see about parasitic nutrition. Para means others, site means food. It is a mode of heterotrophic nutrition in which a living organism obtains food from living organism of another species. The living organisms which obtains food and shelter from another organisms is called parasite. Nutrition is obtained from the living organism of another species called host. Leech, ascaris, cuscuta, etc. Next we are going to see about holozoic nutrition. It is a mode of heterotrophic nutrition which involves intake of solid pieces of food. Since solid food is taken in, holozoic nutrition is also called ingestive nutrition. Holozoic nutrition is found in animals and protozoan, etc. Holo means whole, zoon means animals. The food may consist of another animal, plant or its parts. Depending upon the sources of food, holozoic organisms are three types: herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. What is meant by herbivores, children? Herbivores, they are holozoic organisms which feed on plants or plant parts. Example, deer, cow, goat, etc. Next we are going to see about carnivorous. What is meant by carnivorous? They are animals which feed on other animals. Carnivores are also called predators as they hunt, kill or feed on their prey. For example, lion, tiger, leopard, snake, etc. Next one is omnivorous. Omnivorous, they are holozoic organisms which feed on both plant and animal materials. Example, cockroach, human beings, crow, rat, bear, etc. Now I am going to summarize the lesson life processes topic nutrition. What is meant by life processes? The basic functions performed by living organism to maintain their life on this earth are called life processes. For example, nutrition, respiration, excretion, reproduction, growth and movement, etc. Okay, next we read about nutrition. What is meant by nutrition? The process by which an organism takes food and utilize it is called nutrition. Okay children, then from where we are getting this nutrition? From the plants and animals like carbohydrate, fat, proteins, vitamins, lipids, etc. Okay, next we read about the types of nutrition. What are the two types of nutrition? Plant nutrition and animal nutrition. Okay children, next we read about mode of nutrition. Okay, we have two types of mode of nutrition. One is autotrophic mode of nutrition, another one is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Auto means what? Self. Okay, so the organism, they can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. For example, plants, some green bacteria, etc. Okay, next we read about photosynthesis. What is meant by photosynthesis? Photo means light, synthesis means together or putting together or combined together. Okay, so what are the raw materials used for photosynthesis? Sunlight, water, carbon dioxide, water and minerals, etc. chlorophyll, etc. Okay children, so all byproduct raw materials combined together, plants are preparing their own food. The process is known as photosynthesis. Okay children, next we read about the stomata. Okay, structure of stomata and the function of the stomata. Next we read about heterotrophs. What is meant by heterotrophs? Hetero means others. Okay, so the organisms are getting food from other organisms. Okay children, in the heterotrophs we have three types. One is saprophytic nutrition, parasitic nutrition and holozoic nutrition. In the holozoic we have three kinds of organisms. One is herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Okay children, okay. Today I am going to end up this section. Tomorrow I am going to teach you nutrition in animals and some diagrams of nutrition related with nutrition chapter. For example, stomata, section of the leaf and the human alimentary canal. Thank you.